Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I'm putting this video together, which is becoming one of those videos where people are asking about credibility uh, and trust and all that sort of stuff. Because I got a lot of people sitting on the fence on, uh, considering to join this quantlabs.net premium membership. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some third-party sites that I use to show measurement of my traffic that comes into the website and the kind of people that we attract. First of all, when I initially launched the website, I put up a poll, which actually this has been running for probably just over a year now. And what I wanted to measure was the kind of securities that people wanted to focus on, and specifically if I was to launch a membership, how much were they willing to pay monthly for the financial and the modeling advisory service that will probably come out of what is being currently developed. So I can tell there's only about 1,000 votes, which is fine. I mean, we're not. I mean, it's a little more than just guesswork here, but it's enough to work with. But the point is, obviously, the majority of people are wanting the membership to be under $25. Currently, right now, the membership is about $40. Okay, but here's the thing. This is the surprising statistic that I've been paying really attention to is that there are over, I don't know what the percentage is, maybe 30% or I don't know. So let's say 25% of the market that have taken this poll want proven results and are willing to pay over $100 a month. All right, so that's all cool. But right now, because I don't really have a lot of proven results, at least for the strategies and the algorithms that are being developed, that's why it's right now $40. Now, for those that know or don't know, I'm just going to take you to the main website here. And what you'll see here, today is December 16th, 2012. Right here, if you come in, you're going to notice this little bar here. And I'm wanting people to realize this. We're going to have a 50% increase come January 14th, 2013. Now you ask yourself, well, that's a lot of money. Well, maybe it is, but again, I've now proven that I've gotten over 25% that are willing to pay over $100 a month. Okay, so where I'd like to see this membership go is that the membership, okay, it's right now currently $40. If I was to double the membership, okay, not 50%, but double it, come let's say the spring, to $80 a month, I'm still within the range of what people may are willing to pay. But the point is, my target membership fee each month will be, I'm looking at about $120 a month, which brings you to about 1,000 plus per year. Now, I'm not going to be at that level yet, but as I build out, I'm hoping profitable strategies and models with source code for both FPGA and C++, which obviously is going to be institutional on an institutional or a enterprise level. I could easily charge and get away with this. Okay, now you might think, oh well, blah 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 blah. Now this is what I was wanting to show you. This site right here, Quantcast, is probably outside of another website. Is the next best site for measurement on demographics of traffic coming into a website. Again, as I said, I'm not too concerned about quantity. What I concern myself is about quality. Okay, I know as a fact that I don't care about my ranking. What I care about are the type of people I bring into the site. That is more important to me because at the bottom line, everything comes down to obviously profitability for my operation as a business. No different for any other person that's running a business in the free enterprise or capitalistic system, right? So what I want to show here on Quantcast is that my site is registered, and I put it up there with confidence to show this type of demographic that my website does attract. Now, I know that this market right here is $25 a month, or what we call tire kickers. People that are like, yeah, but well, I don't know, I don't want to pay enough. But because my website, I'm going to show you this stat right here, which is the household income of who I'm bringing in. This is the important stat you should be paying attention to, okay? What's in gray here is the average internet user on the internet, okay? So let's say between $50,000 to $100,000 household income annually, 29% are making that. Now again, let's say I'm going to focus on this, the top, I don't know, 5-10% out there. 8% of the market on the internet, okay, are making over $150,000. Well, guess what? I'm in the yellow, okay? So I'm attracting 15% of the market, nearly double what the average person would see on my website. But I'm actually focusing and attracting a much higher end of the market, okay? And even still, I'd be pretty happy with somebody who's coming in, or household income that's making 100 to 150,000. So my point is here, again, this is a third-party website that I've registered my site to be part of and have that traffic measured, is a good chunk of my traffic are making well over $150,000 a year. Now, why is that? Well, let's check out the education level. Okay, some people I'm bringing in, again, we're probably in the green here. Over 14% of the market on the internet on average is making, has maybe grad school. What level of grad school are we talking? Master's and PhD level, okay? Guess what? I'm easily blowing away that stat. And again, I'm in the green, okay? I'm 40% attracting those type of people. So we're talking people that are already in the career of what I focus on, my niche, which is obviously quant, hedge fund, high frequency trading, you name it. I'm attracting that market, right? So a good chunk of my traffic have PhD or a master's program, or at least at that level. So when you look at this statistic here, okay, $25, great. But you know what? I'd rather be focusing on this market because that's one person. If I start to attract this type of market, $25, it's great to have 4 extra people paying $25. That means those are potentially 4 times the amount of people that I have to pay attention to, which takes away the focus of what I want to focus on. So again, I'd rather be focusing on one person that is willing to pay a much higher and 4 times the rate that this person's willing to pay. Okay? And the other thing is that these people at this level are highly educated, highly driven. And I say that because why? You can't just wake up one day and go, I want to make $100,000 in a year. It doesn't work that way. You got to work for it. So I know that these people that are at this level and that have this type of education work, and they work hard at what they are at. Now, I don't know you, if you're watching this video, you could be here, you could be here, you could be making this kind of income. Now, I don't know if you're a student, but I get students that have been recently educated here and want to go to here, and they probably have the potential to achieve this income. But with today's economy in the banking industry, it's getting harder and harder. You have to the cream de la cream of the top to get to this level now. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it. As you know, I've had Ernie Chan do a presentation. He's one of those kind of guys who's struck out on his own, who's doing reasonably well for himself, who's running his own operation. He's actually got a book on it. I'm sure you know about all that. But I'm in the same kind of mode, where I'm wanting to run my own operation. I don't want to work in a bank. I don't want to work in a hedge fund. I just don't need it. I talk to enough people saying they enjoy what they're doing. And the funny thing is, I got one guy who's a pretty senior quant guy in London, UK, and he's telling me he's making way more money independently trading on the side than he is working for his hedge fund. So as an independent, you can make a lot more money, and you probably could achieve this type of income. Okay. Now again, everything changes, technology changes. That's where I come in. Okay. So let's do some experimentation. Okay. I just want to show you guys. Okay, so we're gonna do a little experiment here. I'm in YouTube. Okay. I believe in video. I believe in giving away a lot of free product. Now I'm just going to show you if I'm on YouTube and I type in the word quant. Obviously, we're going to have a very popular video with Paul Wilmot, the god of quant. He's one of outside of Paul Wilmot and John Hall. But when you come into this search result, there's me number 2, number 4, uh, and on it goes. And here's another one that I put up. Okay. So that's just the word quant. Now, if I go in HFT, obviously this changes. There's my other one. But the point is, I'm probably one of the only guys that out there that is showcasing what I do for free. And here's my channel. Eek. Let me just kill that. All right, so I've got how many videos do I have? 262 videos, and it grows. Okay, so I've got so many videos here of quant, and maybe you've seen the membership videos and all that. But you know, I take this stuff seriously, right? So in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is I'm probably one of the only guys out there that do what I do, educate people on high frequency trading, quant, hedge fund, all that stuff, and showing how to get up and running. But again, let's go back to our income level and talk about your potential and what your goals are as we go into December 16th, 2012, as we move into 2013. There's a variety of people I attract. I get retail traders are kind of getting wiped out by high frequency trading, or are getting frustrated that they can't compete against those platforms. Other type of people I get are obviously students that are in the PhD or master's level and want to learn more of a institutional level type of uh, field of quant, hedge fund, all that stuff. Again, that's who I'm attracting. And then the more important crowd I'm getting are these guys who are making the 150K that are executives in the field of banks, hedge funds, all those guys. Some of them are VPs, some of them are lead quants, very senior people. That's who my site attracts. And again, if you're questioning that, go to Quantcast and type in my site, quantlabs.net. You'll see exactly who I'm bringing in. So the question I ask you is, where do you want to be? Do you want to be here, 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 or do you want to be at the top end? Okay. Do you want to be one of these guys who's, you know, making double than what the average internet user's making, right? So that's where, again, I come in and I make things happen for people. And all I do in my membership, I have my private webinars now, which I'm really rolling out starting in 2013. I'm going to be focusing on some of the newer developments that I've achieved over the last few weeks with MATLAB. I've got the code that the MATLAB will generate for, again, for either FPGA or C++ for a custom high-frequency trading platform that I'm building. On top of that, you're getting a complete end-to-end set of solutions from different how to import your market data, your live market data, be it tick or historical data, and then be able to export it into maybe a database, or also be able to execute your trades. So that's what I'm focusing on over the next few weeks. I've played enough with other open source technologies. I played enough with a lot of other languages, trading platforms, and to be honest, a lot of them just are not going to deliver what I want to achieve, because this field will probably get more and more competitive as I talk to more and more just random developers. They're understanding this is where they want to go in the world of quant because of the potential of it. But it's going to get more cutthroat, and already it probably is. So at the end of the day, no matter what your background is, programming is going to be an important skill, at least to give you an edge over the rest. Now, with my membership, that's what I give is all the components that you need, the models, uh, a lot of the infrastructure that goes with it, so you can import your data, you can execute your trades. And I only use now the most popular and best of breed technologies. And again, those are MATLAB. I play with R. R is really good, but I just find MATLAB's really ready for prime time, and it's definitely HFT ready. I use C++, which is pretty well the fastest language out there. I've talked to enough banks and hedge funds to go, well, you know, Linux, and you know, we don't feel comfortable with it unless you go with a Red Hat or a SUSE or a commercial type of Linux solution. So that's why I focus on the Microsoft and the Windows. And the other reason I focus on Windows is I'm a lot more productive when it comes to Windows development versus Linux or any other kind of weird type of language or operating system environment. So I use the best of the breed type of technologies, and those again I'm using is MATLAB and C++. Also, people go on about latency and they want zero latency. Well, the last couple of weeks I've done other research to show that FPGA is easily the fastest type of high frequency trading platforms out there. I don't care what language you're developing in. I don't care what type of platform you're working. There's nothing faster than FPGA. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's what a lot of the modern HFT shops are using. So no matter who you talk to, no matter who you listen to, no matter what sales guy is pitching you, I can tell you this, it's going to be junk. It's going to be pure crap, because if it's not FPGA based and it's not ready for almost zero latency, you're essentially wasting your time. But the nice thing about what I'm developing is, because I'm in MATLAB and I've got lots of videos about it, is I'm using something called Simulink, which is a product of MATLAB. Let me just show you that. Okay, so what Simulink does, it enables you to get this, is that you can visually build your model, your financial trading model. So this Simulink is part of MATLAB. Now you might go on about expensive and blah 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 blah. And again, let's take you back to this this stat. This crowd, okay, who I'm focusing on, can easily afford Simulink and MATLAB, without a doubt. So there's no argument about that. That's who I focus on. If you want to be part of this crowd, you better be willing to spend that kind of money. You probably already spent thousands of dollars on other platforms and other, what I call black box technology. It doesn't work. It may work, but at the end of the day, you're spending a lot more money as opposed to paying literally a one-time fee from a company called MathWorks and MATLAB, which everybody uses. And even here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. Even if this doesn't pan out for you, and you do pick up that knowledge of MATLAB, guess what? Your now skill set's worth probably $150,000 a year at least. And if you blend that with your C++, you're now going from $150,000 to $300,000 easily, as you know how to develop the models. So to get to this level, one way or another, even if you fail, okay, and you buy this product with MATLAB. Now, as I went on about the closed, or sorry, I should say, black box technologies, I don't like black box technologies. The reason is because I don't know what I'm using. If I cannot look under the hoods of that software, it's no good to me. It's going to have bottlenecks. It's going to have whatever. This is why I'm using Simulink, because again, I can visually build my model. I can generate the code for it through something called Simulink compiler, which is, I mean, again, expensive, yes, but when you factor in the coding costs of a fully fledged developer, and I've talked to Ernie Chan about it, he's struggling with finding good developers that can do this sort of thing and hand code stuff from his MATLAB models into C++ or C# or whatever language you choose. He's having difficulty finding people that really know truly how to recode his models from the MATLAB M script to his target language. And not only that, can you really, as an independent, really afford those kind of guys, because they're going to be charging well over 100, $200 an hour on top of, if it's an hourly rate, or sorry, a salary that you're going to pay out, you're going to probably be paying, as I said, 150, $200,000 a year. So it all comes back to this product here, which is part of MATLAB, industry standard. The banks use it, and the enterprise uses it. Crap, if you don't know MATLAB, then poof, I would be really reconsidering another career. So that's what I do. And again, I'm the only guy that I know that is using Simulink. I've only found one little model done in Simulink for financial trading. So I've got now videos on it, on Simulink. Let's take a look at it. So if I go into my Quant Labs channel here, and I look up Simulink, and this again is part of the videos that I'm using. Simulink. There we go. So I've got 3 videos. This one, Introduction to Simulink and Trading, and how I'm planning to use it. Okay, so that's what I'm using, and the capabilities of this product is really powerful. And again, you can visually build your model. Okay, it's just an unbelievable piece of software. I'm just surprised that the trading community aren't really using this product. You don't need, I've seen other products like XTrader and whatnot, very expensive compared to this. And again, because you can export from Simulink into C++ or into the HDL3 FPGA, you're ready to go. You don't need to recode or hire a programmer or a developer to do that step. Simulink takes care of that for you. But that brings me to my membership. Okay, so far I'm not promising things to people. I am not saying you will become an instant millionaire, but I'm a kind of person that believes in worst case scenario. I'm the kind of person that believes, what happens if I put efforts into something and it fails? Here's my argument against that. If you really want to get to this level of income, which again my website is attracting and bringing in, if you really want to get to that level, you learn this product, Simulink. Again, I don't make any money out of it. I'm not. You can't come to my website and order MATLAB or Simulink. I could and mark it up and I could as a business, but that's not my core business service or core business product. Okay, so I'm not making money if you decide to use Simulink. So I have no skin in the game if you use it. Now, let's go to our survey here. I've got various surveys on my website. The other backup that I want to highlight is C++. Again, I've worked in many different languages, and no matter who you talk to, no matter who you whatever, I've done this before. If you go to a website called dice.com and you look up C++, okay. Now again, I'm just gonna randomly choose some positions here, okay. This position here, let's say, okay. Some of these will not list the salary rates, but if you do this, here you go. There's a salary rate, $150,000. So let's say you join quantlabs.net, the membership, and you start learning how to use Simulink, or you start to learn how to use C++. Well, guess what? You're already as a failure, and you learn this technology, C++, you're already well into the range that you want to be in. These guys, the guys that I'm attracting, okay? That's how you get in there. But again, coming back to my membership, I'm not promising you'll get there with my tools. Everything comes back to you. Are you willing to achieve that? Are you willing to put the inner drive to get to that point? If the answer is yes, then what I offer in my membership are a variety of things. Private videos, our code walkthroughs. I've got 2 or 3 different courses. I've got my webinars, so we have a community building, Q&A stuff, lots of areas I put myself out there that I can be reached and do my best to help people achieve their goals. And that goal again is to get to this level. Okay, that is the goal, to get to that higher end. Okay, so that's part of my goal, to get people at that level. But again, I'm not going to do that for you. I'm not going to provide you a box or a trading solution where you just push a bunch of buttons and you follow green arrows and you're going to make 150K a year within a year. I don't promise that. What I do promise is I give you the building blocks that you need from Simulink, from C++ to get you there. That's what I give you. So it's up to you if you want to piece those uh, models and components together to build your own custom platform. And I do that. Why? Because again, I don't believe in black box technology. They promise you the world, and you may or may not achieve it. But I do think even if you do fail, you can still reach to these levels through a career, if that's where you want to go. And it's these type of positions that all traders of the future will need to know. If you're just a manual trader, I think over time, HFT will just wipe you out. I mean, that's the end of that. I mean, really, if you're gonna sit there and argue it, get out of the way. As simple as that, because it's coming, and it's coming fast. You know, there's a lot more banks are purging traders and bringing in people that know how to automate the same thing and build systems that enable the banks to get huge returns without needing somebody to do it on a manual level. So again, I'm not going to get into that. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are going to argue that, and I'm not going to entertain it because it's fact. That's the end of that. So all in all, you've got my website, you got the credibility. If you need to see the demos of our stuff, here, I'm going to show you how to do that. If you come under quantlabs.net blog, again, I'm not much of a salesman. Maybe in this case I try to sell. But I've got 2 YouTube videos here. That's part of that Quant Labs channel right here, this guy. Because there's so many videos, you can come to here. These 2 videos will show you the membership and what it entails, how it works. But I don't really talk about the Simulink as much because this is kind of getting already outdated. So I might redo another video. But for now, this is what my membership offers by watching these 2 videos. So those are really good resources. Obviously, people reach out to me on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and all that. So I'm always available, but I'm finding my time is becoming more valuable and less time I have. So I'm not like what I'm saying is that the people that come to me through the website and are asking me questions, over time I won't be able to offer that type of service because I just don't have the time to do it. But when it comes to my membership, it's a totally different situation because we have, let's say in my case, December 18th, we have private webinars available for my members. So that's recorded, that's put up on only the membership section, and I'll be doing a lot more of those. So essentially, going into 2013, what you'll see are more sizzle and less steak. So if you want to learn about the steak, you got to be part of the membership. And where does that lead me to? It leads me to this date, January 14, 2014. Otherwise, the membership's going to go up to 50%. And you want that cheaper rate, you better pay attention to this date and get in on it fast. Because you know, time, it just rolls around really fast. Okay, so where do you go to join? There's 2 ways. Obviously, you can join now here, and I'll just take you to your PayPal, because PayPal works. So here's how it works. The first month is $79, and each month thereafter is $42, which is really cheap. Now, As long as you're a member and you keep paying this $42, you'll always be paying that forever. Amen. As long as I'm doing what I'm doing, which obviously is going to be for quite a while. But you know, a lot of people ask, why am I charging this, like double the initial rate? What I'm finding is I have people come in, they pay the $40, let's say, they take all the software, and that's it. So I'm using this as a way to make sure to filter out those type of people, because I only want people that are committed to get to this level. Okay, I don't want people coming in and just trying to get stuff and think for 40 bucks they get away with it. So essentially, what you'll find come our January 14th, what will the rates go up to? Go up 50%. So this rate will be up to around $120, and then this monthly rate will be $60 per month. Okay, and that's going to be taking place after this date, January 14th. So again, pay attention to that date. Obviously, I'm not trying to pressure you, of course not. So if you want to reach this level, take it seriously. You get into this product, Simulink, MathWorks, that's what we're focusing, as well as C++, which again, nice little bonuses, but the more experienced guys are easily getting into $300,000, $400,000 packages, and if you're really good, you can take that and probably multiply it by 10. No questions asked. And especially when you're getting into what this thing can do, called FPGA. Maybe you should do a search on FPGA. Let's see what those guys make. I've done this before in another video, but why don't we just do it for fun? Principal verification. I'm looking for anything in. Usually, if you focus on New York, obviously FPGA guys are in New York are financial, high-frequency trading shops. Same with Chicago. Pay rate open. I don't pay attention to open because they're probably cheap asses. So bye-bye. Chicago's another area, financial guy, confidential. They probably won't list their prices or their rates. So there you go, 150,000 minimum, and guess what? That's who we attract. That's who I focus on, and those guys can easily afford these types of products, Simulink, Visual C++. So there you go, in a nutshell, everything you want to know about who we are attracting, third-party guy, third-party service, to showcase who we attract, quantlabs.net. These are the guys that we focus on, grad school guys, pretty well PhDs, as well as those guys that are easily making 150,000, and we're doubling that amount of traffic versus the average. So our site's really doing well on that front, on our demographic and who we are attracting. On top of, again, let me just show you that survey. Actually, you've seen it. There's a certain 25% are willing to pay 125 or $100 a month. Okay, so you know, through the jobs, even if you don't end up to a certain point, you still have the potential to earn some big money, either if it's FPGA or if it's C++. You can get to that level, and this is where it gets nice. 150K minimum, nice. So again, if you need to understand what our membership entails, watch these two videos from quantlabs.net blog. But again, what you need to pay attention to is this date, January 14th, 2013. Today is December 16th. So you now have a month to decide if you want to change things on the trading front and your trading goals for 2013. And again, if you want to be part of this, December 18th, we're going to have more private webinars. And again, they'll be focusing on my custom HFT platform. This is what you'll pay, man. Very, very affordable. And people ask for discounts. This is the discount. Consider this the discount before this date. And if you want to continue paying that discount beyond this date of January 14th, this is all you pay, $42 a month versus $60. So you're already getting your discount. We do not discount because why don't we need to discount? If this little statistic doesn't convince you, because this crowd do not need discounts. They're already at that level. They can afford it, and they can afford our Simulink. So there you go. I'm hoping you're smart enough to know what you want to decide, but I'll leave it up to you. All right. Have a good day.